bright and early. We screwed the step liner to our form board. That way it'll look much nicer. Not a perfect match, but it'll be a nicer look for this wall. So it'll be a little bit lighter real soon. I'm going to go ahead and attach my curb. I made these brackets a couple years ago. I screw them to the back, screw my board to that. Piece of cake. All right, I got to get them on and I'll show you as soon as I'm done. Okay, I only have a minute. These just get screwed on right like that. We have a pin setting on the wall holding for height. Oops, sorry about it. That's all it is. 1-2 brackets there. Okay, a lot going on this morning. So now we can pour all this together. If we pour this curb on top of the driveway and a car tire hits it, it could just push right off. Even if you'd pin it together, this is a better fit, more water sealant. Again, if we poured on top, water could come over and eventually make its way underneath there and move that curb. We're all tied together. Water's going to flow right off the edge. From there, right off the front. Okay, mixing up. On these cold mornings, we just let him mix up a little bit longer, try and get some heat filled up. Here's where we're shooting for. We want to get right to here. 1, 2, 3 pads. And then second round, we'll get around this bend. Okay, talk to you soon. What's up? Yeah, that's okay. I wanted it closer to the edge. We're good. Chairs are underneath the rods. Picking the wire up in combination. All right, let's get this thing poured. Okay, on to the last pad. Last little bit of curb. I really wanted to get this curb all in one pour. We'll take a look at this wall, see how straight it stayed. Helping the wire up a little bit. I'm going to start shoveling this right now. That's still pretty soft, but we'll be edging that shortly. How about right back here? So we're 27 feet out, 9-foot pads. I put a mark in the concrete right here and on the other side. Steve and I are pulling a string tight all the way across. Get a little bit tighter. You can do this 2 ways. You can snap it, or you can sort of saw it in the concrete. If you saw it, now it sort of straightens itself out, and then you can give it a little snap. Now you know right where you want to cut it. Pulling tight and then straight down. Right on my mark. Good. Now we'll both pull it tight and he'll let it go all the way to me. Okay, just finishing up some edging around the perimeter, getting our corners all squared away. Scrape up a little bit of cream. Making sure those corners are nice and full. Steve and Matt are coming down the first truck with our straight edges and tool joiners, I'm sorry. I'm gonna jump on here and start floating, cleaning up. We'll be taking that curb off shortly. My board on where the groove is right in line where my string mark is. I gotta find my gloves again. Out to the joint. Nice long strokes. None of those short choppy ones. Checking to make sure nothing moves. After I'm done with my tool joints, start going down the expansion joints. You saw us pulling our 2x4 spreaders out, leaving our 1/2-inch joints in, separating the pads. Floating out my knee boards, picking off the dirt that fell off my boots. Notice how the nose just touches that line. I don't want to smash that shut. That is it. Okay, brooming, finished edge. Tom's coming down. We use skinny knee boards to come down the joints. That way we don't have to re-rub up the concrete. I am brooming the top of the curb. Trying to get it underneath that step liner as well as keep it straight. Hitting the face. I like that. Okay. I'm standing on a 2x4 on top of this wall, so I can't video, hold on, and do this all at the same time. So there's the curb all done. Once this gets nice and hard, end of the day, we'll pull this backside off. Excuse me, that time of year. All right, we'll broom that center one last. I'll get set up with knee boards over there. We call this our joiner on the stick. We used to stretch these. And this is nice. You can do it in.
Who made this
in one long stroke, and it keeps you a much nicer, straighter tool joint. Okay, just a minor little touch up, intersection right here. We just take a trowel. Right around to it. It's that simple. Okay, just got back. We're gonna go ahead and start pouring this driveway. Notice how we ran a couple rebars sticking out. That way we're getting into the hillside. We're tied together on these pads. I am just in the way, rebar flying all over the place. So we're just getting some reinforcement in this corner, double it up like that. I like that. And then we'll go one center and one on the sides. All right.
One center.
Yes. Steven's back. Watch that concrete. Looking good. Okay, let's get pouring. Okay. Bloopers, there you go. Whew, 10 yards. Perfect right here. I think somebody's falling over. Putting in our bulkhead to stop the pour. Wire and rebar poking out the bottom, tying into the next pad. All right, I'll get this pulled down, get a drink of water.
I thought I heard him say
There's some in this house.
yeah, well, I'd rather shut it off.
Okay, 12 foot wide. So I pulled 11 feet up, mark, another 11, mark, and about 11 gets me right here. I'm gonna run these cuts straight off, and I'm gonna add one more cut right about where that red bucket lid is, coming straight across. So these will all be 11s from the longest cut. I want a lot of relief up here. This driveway's rolling, twisting. So I want it to be able to just flex ever so slightly. A hairline crack in those joints, nobody will ever know it. That's what they're there for. Starting with cuts. Guy on each board stretching out. And I stand here and kind of sight it. We tweak them a little bit. We're working the roll right up the hill. That one, that looks good. Matt, up the hill or no? Yeah, right there. That looks good. So when we do our driveways, notice how they roll right up, right even with the turnaround. Nice transition from driveway to turnaround. That really looks nice. I can't wait to pull those back forms off and take a look at that broken. Okay, right down to the ground. Okay. A little bit rough right here, but alright, let's get this mess out of here. Everything's to the ground, we're good and safe. We'll cut these wires. Cleaning up these joints. Okay, I'm just taking my glove and softening this top edge where we were working inside the liner. It's coming right off. I'll stand back and rather than a close up, it's probably getting hard to see. There we go. Coming together. We still have to broom 2 pads there in the shade. Front porch is due any minute. I think it's getting... Is it almost lunchtime? It's like 3:30. Okay. How's that? Is that better? There it is, all done, cleaned up. I think it looks really good on top of this wall. Rather than just raw concrete curb, I think it blends in really neat. What a pretty neat look. And I believe that was Tom's idea. And here's what it looks from the front and the back. Okay, I have to get this edged, broom that. Concrete's due any minute. Okay. Last little bit of edging. I took my boots off. There you go. One last little touch right here. It's really wet here in the shade. You can see, I don't know if you can see. We want these nice and even. Matt's going to stretch with joiner on the stick there. This is all done. Curb's done. Everything is to the street. Waiting on our last truck. A little bit of mess to clean up here. I'm going to get some stone in for our front walk. And we are out of here. Start thinking about wrapping up. I would imagine they're going to put a fence on here, right?
They have to.
They have to.
They have to.
Okay, just stretching our joints. Joiner on the stick. Nice and straight, nice and clean. Now here, if we have to, we can reach out on a float and take care of that. Quite a bit tighter in the sun, huh? Okay, we'll take care of that just with a hand joiner. Need one? Alright, I grab a float. Shot. One more. There we go. Nope. That looks better. Just take the heel and scrape up a little bit of cream. Lay it right in that hole.
Get up there, Jim. I was going to cut one more rod from the next rod there.
Blending them together. Okay, one last look. There's the intersection that I was just messing with. I think it looks pretty good. It's a pretty long joint. 22, 33, 44, almost 50 foot long. Looks pretty straight to me. What do you guys think? Here's our broom marks turning and coming down, setting us up nice for the rest of the hill. Porch, a little bit of prep, and we're out of here. This is why we love these trucks so much. They're all-wheel drive right up that hill. I don't think you'd get a rear discharge up there. And then the chutes, the driver controls it from inside. You don't have to have a guy holding on to it.
Over that way a little bit.
Almost there. Got a little bit?
Yes.
Shoveling it into the sill. Can I help anywhere?
Camera rolling. Oh, no,
Keep that camera rolling. Matt's still lighting that corner. Okay. Here, I'll scrape that chute for you. I'll send Tony to clean up.
Yeah, so good.
We got plenty, right? And done. Do you want this or are you done with this? Lots of kickers, high and low. Let's see how we did.
Stay straight.
Straight as an arrow. Okay, while we're waiting on the porch to tighten up, just bring in some stone up here. I'm guessing the front sidewalk will come over center on these windows. So I'll get my base in here now because I cannot get it in later.
On the bottom.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, I just got the SRT on our driveway. You can see how it dries crystal clear. It goes on a whitish color, so you know you have good coverage. And then when it dries, you'll hardly even know it's there. Just looking at our cuts one more time. Real good crack protection. All right, let's go seal around back. Our rolled slate, gray concrete with storm gray antiquing dusted on top. I get the first coat of sealer on here. You can see how it just brings the color right out. That is a great look. Let those cobwebs settle down a little bit. So there it is, no sealer to sealer. 2 light coats over the whole area. I'm going to run a shield around the perimeter. Talk to you in a little bit. Okay, final coat. See how it starts bringing the color out. And this will even change color a little bit more as the concrete dries. What a great look, huh? This has been our most popular color this whole season. Gray and black.